I've got a new build today, and I'm really happy with it. I bought it at Model Space. If you saw my previous video, you may know what I'm going to do. So, without any further ado, that is it. The Samba camper from Volkswagen. I made a pillbox. That's why you see this. There you go. And we're gonna start that build, and let's just get on with it. Start this show. Leave that open for you, for me to see. Pack one is the front of the van with the emblem and 3 tiny screws. That looks cute. We had the other one as well, which was a Volkswagen with the Beetle. It was a Volkswagen emblem. I'm just going to put that to the side. It's a lot of plastic noise. Sorry about that. Nothing stuck in there. The emblem, the screws, and the front of the car. I'm just going to keep that because I need to put that back into a box or something like that. I don't really need the guide, the build guide, to know what I'm doing here. That's pretty darn easy. These are really small screws, the BP01s. So, as I'm always using these cups to make sure I don't lose them or that they're all over the place, I put them in those little things. And it's a BP screw for plastic. So we hold the emblem, turn it around, and put the screw in. Okay, don't go too far because it's plastic. You feel the emblem going in. It's a little bit of a strange thing because it's a big head but a very tiny screw part. And wow, that's stage 1 done. That is pretty darn quick, but it looks really nice, doesn't it, you guys? Really nice. So we're going to put it back into the plastic it was in, and we're going on to the next part. Put that aside because I need hot water. I've done that already from pack 2. It's really nice again. It looks really nice. We've got a screwdriver in this time. That looks, and BD01, so we're going into metal with that screw. Nothing in there, so we can chuck it. Yes, we don't need to keep that. We can keep it. We're going to put that aside. So I've done the wheel already, which is a, let me just show you that, which is a really nice finish because they've made that silver, put a little dot of black there, and this is a finish I've not seen and the others do yet, detailed like this, but very nice. And the wheel is in properly. It's hard to move now, but from hot water it was done a lot easier. We've got a screwdriver, so might as well use that. I'm just going to put in a slightly bigger screw head. This one is too small. It was necessary for the VW logo we put in. So this is stage 2, the left front wheel. So the first part is heating up the wheel, the rim. Is it? Yeah. Hot water. Use boiling hot water. Leave it in there for just 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds. Get it out. Make sure you don't burn yourself. And then start trying to get it in. It's not easy, but move it around and you'll see that it works. Okay, in step D2, we are going to use that part and we're going to put it with the lugs over the lug holes that are in there. And there is a larger and a smaller lug, so I don't know if it doesn't matter. It looks like there's a smaller, and yeah, it does matter which way you put it. So make sure you got the smaller hole on one side and the larger one on the other side. Next, we are going to put part 2/4 with the lug hole over the lug. There you go. That's better. Bit of pushing is necessary to get it together. Oh wow. Look at the inside. I don't know if you can see it properly. That inside looks really nice, but we're going to lose that when we put it over this thing. So we're going to put it on. And we're going to get that DB01 screw in. So we push it in there. Then we put a DB01 screw in there. I changed my screw head. Oh, make sure you hold it properly, and make sure you got the lug holes where they're supposed to be. Twist it all together. So it can still move around. And then let's put them together. Hold the thumb on one hand and check whether the wheel can turn freely. Loosen the screw slightly. Okay, so it needs to move. So I'm going to loosen it a little bit. That's better. It is slightly loose and a little bit too loose to my taste. Yeah, I like that. Then you've got the VW hubcap, and let me just do it that way. Oh, free to move around. That's stage 2 done. Really nicely. You see the details right there and there. A bit of the details are gone when you and the details on this side underneath are gone as well, but it looks really nice. Let's turn it around. No. And let's see what stage 3 brings. Stage 3 brings us to the bumper and the front engine of the back engine cover. Front or back. It is the engine is in the back with VW with the Samba, as it is with the Beetle. So let's open this up, and it makes a lot of noise. So lovely logo again. Turn it around. So we've got some new screws coming in, BD2s and P1 2s as well. Let me just see. Yep, we want that. That's the license plate. That's part of the bumper. The bumper. Let me just see how we get this out. There you go. There you go. Again, you see that detail is in there already, and on the back they've put that in. We had that with the Beetle as well. Just make sure you don't break that, because it's not very strong, but be careful there. The engine cover. These are, how would you call them? Hinges. Looking for the word. These are the hinges. And of course the screws. Nothing in there anymore, so let's put it away. And that is the bumpers. there a left and a right on this? This is right. And how do I see left or right here? Okay, right there, it's coded right there. Make sure you look at that. I've got the right hand side here, so put that in there. And this way around, yes, that's the way. So there's a lug hole there, and these are the screw heads. Look at the orientation like that. There's only one way that it fits in properly. As you can see, if you put it in that way, it does not work. There's a whole gap there, so you need to put the other way around. Then you get BP2s, and this is going into plastic, so you really don't need any oil. And this is why I like this screwdriver. So we screw that in as well. I don't like that too much. It's not in properly. Push that in and make sure that lug is in there properly. And it's still not in. There's a little bit of a gap there. Let me just see what the other one does. This is the left hand side. I should be putting this on the left hand side, so I'm doing the right thing. BP screws, of course, as we did in the previous part. They're pretty darn big screws though. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that side as well. So the bumper is done. We're going on to putting the... Is there a way? I should think that the thicker part should go down, but they're not actually showing it properly. Can't see it properly. Well, let's just put it in that way as I think it should go. I just feel it should be. Yes. Now, I'll show you how I've done it in just a few seconds. Just bear with me. Okay, what I've got right there, left there, and if that is so, if right is here and left is there, I made sure that the thicker part of the license plate is underneath. And if that's so, you should be able to put the sticker in like that. And we're going to do that here as well. We must make sure that the thicker part of it, of the license plate, the thicker rim side, is the lower part of the license plate. Put that away. And we're going to put these on. Hey, they are such a tiny piece. Oh, yo, yo, yo. These are the really small BD02s, so I'm going to change the screw head to the smallest one I have here. we're gonna get in the oil, because we will be using oil. It just makes it, it helps the screw get in properly, and because there's paint in there as well, so this way it will do better. Not screwing it down all the way. So, see you guys, it's bloody tiny. I'm fiddling with it. I don't want to screw it too far. I just don't want to round the screw. Yeah, that's good. Now let's get to the other side. One of them is going back because we're not going to use them. And I've got a few PP01s left. I don't know where I'm going to use that, but we'll find out. And we're just, oh, that's because we put the license plate on. Oh. Oh. It's fiddly, guys. Oh, it almost came out. Let's put that screw on, a little bit of screw, oil, whatever you want to name it. 2-in-1 oil, oil anyway. These are very tiny screws, you guys. Be careful, you don't want to round the screw thread. I was looking for that word, thread. That's in properly, hinges in. On the other side you see them out there. That's what you saw on the... We're just putting in the license plate, which I should have done earlier. Which works this way as well. There you go, that's in properly. And those are BP1s. Or BP01s. Can still use this tiny screw head screwdriver. There you go. The bumper and the engine door, engine cover, door, whatever you want to name it. We're going to put that away. That was stage 3. No, yes, was it stage 3? Yes, stage 3. And we're going on to number 4. Rather sad. Oh no, we've got 5 as well. We're getting into the left front door. There you go. With a lot of fiddly bits. And a new screw. The BD03. So we're using metal screws again. Let's get them out. Stage number 4. Nothing left. You always want to make sure that nothing sticks to the plastic. And we're going on the front left door. So we're going to get the door out. We're going to get the hinge out because we're going to put the hinge on. And the hinge goes right there. And I think I've got the rotation properly. Yeah, it looks like it's done properly. There we go. Okay. That's the BD03 screw. I can use a bigger screw head. slightly too big, I think, but we're just going to leave it there. This is not a screw that goes in lightly. A lot of paint in there. I had to loosen that a bit because I went too far, otherwise I couldn't put the other screw in. Just teaches you again. Screw it in lightly first, and when both screws, at least when you have two screws to put in, when both screws are in, you can tighten them all the way. So that's what I'm doing here as well. Put that one in, and that's in properly. So that's the hinge in. And we're gonna get a little bit of masking tape out because we're putting the hinge in, but of course the hinge won't stay in on its own. So we're gonna put a bit of masking tape over it to keep it in. And then we're going to work on the other side. And we're going to get those out. Make sure you shove everything. That's why I leave the plastic to the side for a second. And see, we're going to put the little pin through right this way. This is such a tiny little thing, so we're going to use the tweezers to push it in. Push it in. Let me just zoom that in for you. So there you go, it's out again. As you can see, I think it's metal. Yep. So we are gonna put that little thing through. That was step 4C. And then we're gonna use this little hinge, which has an L on the back. There, we are going to put that in like so. No, yeah. That doesn't look proper. Yeah, it does look proper, and it is proper. The orientation is just like you see it right there. Yeah, my finger is in the way. And now we are going to put a BD03 in, of course. What else? A BD03 that's going into metal. So we use a little bit of oil. It's coming together really good. I really like it. That's my diabetes telling me I have to check my blood sugar. And all of that is downstairs, so we're just gonna finish this. We put that through there. We've got the bracket ready, at the ready. And then that is going to go through there, and the other way around. And then the bracket that goes on. Finally mount a rod guide onto the post to make sure that the spring should be pulled back so it's outside. Okay, there you go. Hold it. Ooh, it moves, you guys. It moves. Hold it. What else but a BD 03. A bit of oil. Put that in there. Screw it down. And get the other screw out. Number 2. Push the spring back. There you go. Moves properly. So we can take that off now. Stays in. It's loose, but you should be. We'll see about that. It's movable. There is a hinge in there, but I don't see that moving because there's a rounded area there. So if you move that back, it does work, but you cannot pull the handle out, and the handle cannot be put in a different way. And if you push that way, we'll see. That's that, and we're moving on to stage number 5. Yes, BD3s and BP3s. We haven't got the BP3s yet, so we're going to get another cup out. Stage that's stage number 4, left-hand side door, and there we go. No more plastic left there. Oh wow, look at that. That moves properly. That should be able to move as well. Nice, nice. That was the Volkswagen Beetle as well. Some of the stuff is already done for you. Let me just get the build guide out. Left front door window, as they're calling it. We can put that in. That's the door trim. Push it in thoroughly. It stays in properly. You can put a little bit of glue in there, but it looks all right. There you go. Okay, the hinge, and we'll probably be using some DPs, because we're screwing into the plastic. DP3s. Those are the ones right there. So no need for any fluids like oil. That one is in. Let's go to the other one there. Screw that down. That's in good. Sorry about that, guys. Well, and it's all to, well, it's just, you know what's happening now. I don't need the build guide for this, but we're putting in DP3s. 1, 2, 3, 4 in total. There we go, got 5 there. I had some left from the previous stages, so. And we're going to go in with a little bit of oil, of course. I'm going to start in the middle. Not all the way, as we always do. then to the right side of this thing, the door, the window part of the door, all the way to the left hand side of it, and then the last one in the middle. Or should I say left of the middle. That's in pretty loosely. That's good. That feels good as well. That looks loose. There's a big gap between them. And it feels loose. Sounds loose, but it's not. It's in there. And that's the last stage we do in this box. Box number 1. Let me put everything together that we've done. And that's the wheel and the other side of the wheel. And of course the front of the car. And that's that. I'm looking forward to the next part of this build. Box number 2, which by heart should be at the end of December, maybe the beginning of January, I'm not sure. Hope you liked it. It's not too hard. I didn't have to give a lot of tips. Well, the regular tips, like not screwing in too far when you're into plastic and not going too far when you're going into metal, and always using oil when you're going into metal. So there you go, guys. It's a nice build, and really like it. Model Space has done a proper thing here. Looks really nice. And I'm going to say thank you for watching, and see you next time.